Nobody else.
I am Monokuma!
Hello, welcome. Welcome, hello. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. The envelope? This must be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What I found inside was a single photograph. It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who'd come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there was someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, when we looked at that file. Makuru Yusabi. And this girl is... Wait, why? Why is Makuro here with everyone else? Even more than that. Just having everyone here posed like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing the same matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me to not be in this picture. But what's definitely unnatural is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until I got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna do?
You're kinda getting in the way standing there, you know? So I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions.
Unbelievable.
What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. How does that count as a hint? It just made me more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looked so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. I'm very curious now. I was already assuming that we had been in school together, like, in the past, and we were all made to forget about it. But if I am not in that picture, that could mean a lot of bad things. Why am I here? Okay, someone's in the dining hall. I need to figure out where everyone's hiding. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto? Sorry, I gotta go. What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Hina, why? Why won't you talk to me? This is bad. Everyone thinks there's something wrong with me now because I wasn't in the picture. Is Kyoko not here anymore? Okay. So Kyoko's still supposedly back there. Hey, Hira. Makoto, what's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No. Sorry, but I'm in a big hurry. Once again, he ran off like a terrified rabbit. Hira, what's wrong? I still wasn't able to talk to him about the notebook that time. It was like he was avoiding me, like he was afraid of me. Why? I decided to visit the biolab one more time, and the first thing I saw when I got there was her passed out again. Huh? Toko. She opened one of the things. Toko, are you okay? No, she's not dead, is she? Ugh. It's so cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. Keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. But you were standing there, staring at me, getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know, last thing I remember was waking up just now. What'd you do to Miss Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory starts and stops each time you switch. Bingo bazanga! We share the basic, some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate. And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. Oh no, it's more like half. All I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now, or I'll slit your throat. I don't know. I'm sure Byakuya is around somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yes.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it. I totally knew it. I'm a total pro when it comes to all things master. Anyway, I gotta hurry. I can't even imagine how lonely you must be right now. Toko shut off, her eerie laughter echoing behind her. I totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking Genocide Jack anyway. Besides, I have more important things to do right now. Why did Toko faint? There's gotta be some reason for it. The fridge, it's open. But I'm sure they were all shut tight last time I was here. That must be... Kyoko! She faints so easily. Kyoko?
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize.
Listen.
But listen, about this room. Oh yeah,
It would seem
it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. And Toko must have looked inside the fridge to see what was in there. And, well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way up here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason became clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like a bag of rocks. Why's everything gotta be so difficult with her?
Anyway,
we should close it up. Don't want to leave it hanging open like that. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto,
Give me a hand with this. Kyoko approached the fridge, hands outstretched, but suddenly she stopped. What's wrong?
listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. Huh? How come? Because Makuro's body is in here. Makuro's corpse? Makuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the Mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The Mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now we can finally get a good look at the body. Oh, that's right, Kyoko didn't get a chance to check on the body during the last investigation.
Makoto,
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the Mastermind by the tail. Okay, so what should I do?
so then,
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know when I'm finished. Just wait over there, that's it? It's a fridge meant for storing dead bodies. I can't do it, I can't look inside. I have to ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own, without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her. I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the Mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Oh. I wasn't expecting to repeat this dialogue. I've already looked through this instruction manual, more importantly.
It would seem...
It would seem that the blue lights come on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around the number of lights on the fridge, including Makuro's, there's 9 in all. 9 lights? There's a very big problem there. There should be 10. God damn it. I want to talk to Kyoko about something else, like the dead body. It's the same one I found in the garden tool shed. And if I remember, that tarp had the stamp that said Biolab on it. That's a tarp that was used to help camouflage the murder at the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So did you find anything?
Indeed.
You paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of blood. And it seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burned tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those things were fatal injury? Or the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said that they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they were old? Huh?
Because
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense, considering the impression they give.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old,
However,
but that doesn't quite follow logically. Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we all got the Monokuma file right after she had been killed, right? So if the wounds were at least there for were a few days old, there's no way they could have had anything to do with it.
so then,
But if Makuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days,
at
what?
the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Instead, the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test whatever they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep that in mind for the future.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time to know. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at Makuro's profile, it listed her height and weight.
so
5'7", 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. Vitals were 31, 22, 32. Did I get it all right? You remembered all that? They were indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Makuru Ikusabi.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
so then,
And it looks like we have no further business with Makuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think that it's kind of sad leaving it out like this?
why?
Sad? Did you forget she was our enemy once? A part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Oh, yeah, but still.
whew,
You really are naive. You know that? It's really quite appalling. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be a naive?
so then,
I think we've done all we can here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Oh, hold on. I still have one more thing there. I need to talk about Kyoko about... I need to ask her about that pocketbook I found in the locker. If I don't do it now... Hey Kyoko. I did have one last thing I know... I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
what?
Go ahead. Go ahead then. Out with it. Have you really not seen your dad since you got here?
What?
What?
So,
What do you mean? Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
indeed,
I do, yes. But to get into any of those lockers, you'd need a handbook of whoever the locker belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using this emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook. And after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because,
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belonging to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's true...
Could that mean that video is real too? Video? Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything I could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own 2 eyes. Oh, let me give you the headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problem opening that locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker.
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. A DVD. And it says Class 78 Urgent Interviews.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you'd left.
Anyway...
I don't have any time to explain exactly what I think it means. So just watch it and see for yourself. I think you'll realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us could have ever seen before. None of this makes sense right now, but I guess that means there's some important clue on this DVD.
Makoto.
Oh, and now it's my turn. Do you have a second to listen to me ramble? Ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I'd made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything. Even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answer to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life. All because of the Mastermind.
However...
But there is one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the Mastermind, there is no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the Mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on with that. Kyoko's eyes burned with the fire of determination. The determination to defeat the Mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me to know that he suffered It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small laugh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So, that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I can consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering. Whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know? Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Leaving behind that final farewell, Kyoko was gone. I'd better get going myself. I got that DVD from Kyoko. I should head to the AV room and check it out. Kyoko said something about hopeless truth. But no matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world. I can't afford to lose. Alright. Is nobody anywhere? Oh. I'll go talk to Byakuya real quick, if he's in the archive. Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we were friends. Hey, Byakuya, wait! But of course he didn't. He just walked away. What the? Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. So everyone's seen that picture. I think something strange is going on with me because I wasn't in the picture. There's gotta be something. Could Makoto really be the mastermind without knowing it? I doubt it. So why would he try to kill himself? Basically. Unless the alter ego thing was a fake, which could also be true. But I doubt that. It just seems weird. I should be able to play the DVDs just fine. Well then I'd better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. It's movie time. It said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on screen. I stared into the black monitor. Into the black of the monitor. Must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? It took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long. There she was.
Then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of a man positioned on the other side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged
I
man.
do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single millimeter.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of your life in this school? I accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's when the video cut out. There's a lot I hadn't understood up until now. But this, only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I had heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? As I sat there thinking about it, I noticed a sudden light. On the monitor, the video that I had thought was finished flashed back on the screen. My eyes darted to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. What? What I saw was me. And possibly, undeniably, me.
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation. Yes.
He and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the I in the here and now, had absolutely no memory of it. I had no memory of ever meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him like this.
Now, shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that? Yes.
This can't be real. I said yes.
I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this.
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
But I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again and again with the others. Byakuya, Toko, Hina, everyone. They all said they agreed to live in this school forever. And then, Kyoko. Her interview with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without a doubt, she had met with him. She'd sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted a life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up, the monitor suddenly went black. Huh? It wasn't just a monitor, the DVD itself had apparently turned off. Which of course means that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Whoopsie. Looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now.
Too bad.
Now then, it doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure, my ass. You cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be the same. He'd ask more questions and they'd all say yes. I couldn't help myself. I let out a huge, exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back on it, at that point, my memory was already gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I had come to the school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey,
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seems too obvious. Work in favor of the Mastermind. So does that mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Here we go.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Here we go. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all of our lives are on the line. The last time hope and despair are on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then. This is the end.